Good morning, everybody. So we're gonna start. Yeah, this is my credibility right there. Okay, yeah, morning flex, but still, we're gonna be starting out with a little peanut butter, no palm oil, and a banan. Pretty sure that's how you say banana in Hungarian. Nothing crazy, just some protein to stabilize and say hi. Banan, and we're gonna make up about a scoop of pre-workout. Now, please enjoy this wonderful clip of me boogieing to Natu Natu as I'm getting ready for my upper day at the gym. Trust me, it's a ball. Obviously, when it comes to game time, we get serious, okay? We put a lift playlist on, but warm-ups, we have fun, honey. And yeah, check out my page for my full tutorial. Bye! Bloody freezing in this country. Welcome. You will need berries, and I always prep this, so like on a work day I always have this ready. So I have 30 grams of oats in here with 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, 1 scoop of protein powder, a scoop of creatine, and a capsule, whatever it's called, of zinc magnesium powder. And then where's my blender? I have my NutriBullet, but sometimes, guys, I don't have that, so I just use, if you're Asian, you should have one of these in your house. You'll be shamed like so. Ooh. And ooh, ew, why is there water? One of these. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, friends, be careful not to spill. Where's my spoon? I'm literally starving. I was actually sorting out my storage for this video, but anyway, we tip all of this into here. It's very straightforward. I used to measure out my berries back in the day. I don't really now. I just kind of eyeball it. So whatever's good to use. I add water to it to like make it liquid. And obviously the more water you add, the runnier it will be. I like mine to be kind of somewhere between a smoothie bowl and like a drinky drink, if that makes sense. Like I don't need it too runny. I have my handy dandy peanut butter. You don't need all of this. I don't even know how many calories and macros this is, and you know, that's probably not the best, but I like it. It works for me, and it keeps me full and satiated. Sometimes you wake up and you'll come back from the gym, you'll be kind of like ravenous, maybe, like you might want something, but I like that, you know, I can go to this and I don't really get sick of it. I swap out the fruit sometimes, so I'll do this, then I'll do blueberries, raspberries, holy hell, mangoes. It's very versatile. So yeah, just kind of eyeball it, maybe like up to here, add a sploosh of water and blend. Give a shake in. Add a touch of water. Boom shakalaka, that's that. I love how versatile, not versatile, easy it is to transport as well. So sometimes when I'm going to work, I just glug this and try not to spill it on my uniform. So yeah, you know, normally I'll start the day with this. Sometimes I'll do my yogurt thing, which I'll be showing you guys next. That's usually something I prep if I'm having a work day. Today's not a work day, evidently, but I'll be having it today for demonstration purposes, and also it's cheap. Oops, I'll clean that up. It's cheap and it works. And so yeah, a lot of these things that I'm showing you guys, it's cheap and it works for a long time. So I hope that you can take inspiration from it if you're also a bit broke like me, and enjoy. And my dinner recipe is literally the same as the chicken video that's on my channel, except instead of using chicken breast now, I use chicken thighs with the bone because it's way cheaper to buy. Cook that in the oven, super easy, 40 minutes. You don't have to pay it any attention, and then you take it out and you just take the meat off the bone on a plate, and then you cook your stuff on the stove, and then you dump that in at the end. Just let it come together, and I actually way prefer it. So this is what it's looking like. I'll show you evidence that I do eat. So good. Also, I'm gonna put the kettle on. I need a cup of coffee because I am dying from sleep exhaustion or sleep deprivation. So yeah, normally I'll have, if I'm at home, like today, I will have coffee. If it's a work day, I will be downing 2 sugar-free Red Bulls. Not one after the other straight away, but I'll have one on my way to work as well, so a lot of drinking is going on. Hydration, well, hydration then dehydration, but yeah. Then I'll have another sugar-free Red Bull on my break. So that kind of keeps me going on an intense work day. But on the days where I'm at home, as much as I would love to sit in a coffee shop and work and study there, it's not affordable for me, and so I just stick to regular. I'll show you this good old stuff, a teaspoon of this, and put it with cold water first in the mug so it doesn't burn, then hot water if you like it black, and then obviously milk or whatever. My sister's got some Monan syrups, Monin, but they're sugar syrups, so I prefer not to have them. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys, sometimes I do snack a bit when I'm at home. I snack a bit more than I would on a work day because everything's here, and you know, I get a bit bored sometimes, but typically, like, most of the time I don't, and that's why I look relatively slender, because I try to stay consistent. And I think there's so much I could say about consistency, but it's really about taking the thinking out of it. You know, if you just rely on your emotions every day to make decisions for you, you're screwing yourself. Like I like to plan things in advance. I like to pick things that I can consistently come back to and just sort of adjust a little, like I said, with the fruit. If I sound like I'm crying, I'm not, I'm just shivering because it's damn cold. Play around with stuff. And I want to also, whilst I'm here, just say, like, people think that it takes a certain type of person to be fit, or a certain type of person to be healthy or look a certain way. I played around a lot. Walked around a lot. You know, I didn't know what worked for me, and it just took time, and I'm still learning. You know, we're all learning. So be patient with yourself, play around, and it's about finding what's sustainable for you. And so far, this has been sustainable for me. So I'm gonna go do this and have coffee to warm up because I'm freezing my tits off and I already don't have much to begin with. Getting on with some work, and then I'll catch you later for lunchtime, even though now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey ho, see ya. And my coffee and some dark chocolate. Yikes, guys. I'm gonna be so perfectly honest with you. It is 7:30 in the evening and I have been down in coffee because I'm very tired. Anyway, I'm actually just going to be meal prepping my second meal of the day because I won't be having it today. I'll have it tomorrow instead, but I'm going to make it in front of you guys for demonstration purposes. Please forgive the non-appearance. My God, do I miss the cellar. Right, so what I do is I start with a scoop of protein. If for whatever reason, like say for example, I'm going out later in the day, I know I'm going to be eating out, like I'm going to be having like a lot of carbs around dinner time. I also said this to my sister yesterday, like I always, sorry, I spoke really fast, so it's a coffee. So a scoop of protein, you don't need the scale for that. I keep the scale for my yogurt. This is super cheap. You can get cheap Greek yogurt, guys. You don't have to go for phage. I used to always go for phage. You don't need to. Being broke taught me that. This has got 6.4 grams of protein per 100. It's not that bad. And I put about 200 and then the added scoop of protein. It works for me. But I was telling my sister, like, if I know I'm eating out in the evening, gonna definitely be unhealthy or have like all carb meals, I always try and include something that's nutritionally good for me earlier in the day. Not only to keep me full from the protein and fiber of it, but also like for my gut, because it's good and it's good for me. And also energy levels. When you consistently eat healthier or you eat primarily whole foods, your body feels it when you start eating just processed food, and genuinely you start to feel energy crashes when you just consistently start eating like crap again. So trust me when I say make the first meal of your day, like it's good for self-concept as well, so you don't just throw the whole day in the bin. Make the first meal or first couple of meals healthier, protein packed, and preferably just high volume, low calorie, and then you can just kind of enjoy the evening a little bit more. You don't have to worry about overeating necessarily because you're not really hungry, and you can just enjoy it. Know that you've got kind of like the balance, right? And you're not coming from a place of I'm starving, I need to eat everything, but you're also like enjoying. You're like, what would I like to eat? And you can kind of be in a more of a middle space. It's not about cutting everything out. It's just about keeping some level of health and nutrition in what you're doing. Anyway, what I was saying was like effectively if I am out in the evening, then I will try to, maybe I'll put my like creatine and magnesium in this if I haven't had the smoothie. Basically, yeah. So I mix my powders into things so that I'm not tasting powder, and I prefer it that way. I used to drink my protein shakes back in the day. It's fine, but like for the long term, I'm gonna be so honest, I'm not going to be the type of person that can drink her protein shakes forever. I normally put a little muesli in here. Where am I from? In here, maybe like, I don't know, 20 grams muesli, but I ran out and I forgot. I also do a teaspoon of honey and a teaspoon of chia seeds. And of course today I'm doing it the wrong order because I'm bloody distracted. And I'll take some frozen mango. My meal prep for work, yes, it does take time. It takes a little bit of time. It takes about 2 to 3 hours with cleanup. And I can understand for a lot of people that might be a lot. And I can probably reduce it because, you know, I'm still only like a year and a bit into my fitness journey. And is this sustainable for life? I don't know. But I also can't afford to get like one of those meal prep services. I know a lot of people talk about outsourcing. I'd like to, but I left a spoon in there. Past me was so clever. I do the same with my oats. Like I have a massive thing with oats, and I leave a tablespoon in there. If this cuts off at any point, so she's just because my storage has run out. A little chia in there, and then I eyeball my frozen fruit. Now, quick thing, this can be great as a meal, but you can also do it as a dessert without the chia, without the honey. Melt some like a little dark chocolate, like a strip of dark chocolate with a teaspoon of coconut oil in a separate bowl in the microwave. Put frozen mixed fruit, like mixed berries or raspberries in the yogurt, and then put the chocolate on top, and you get that like chocolate shell thing. And trust me, for a dessert substitute, especially when you're on a cut, well, I wouldn't really add that on, but like it's like a sweet thing if you want a meal that tastes like a dessert. Substitute. So typically for my meal prep, I have these plastic containers off of Amazon, and I'll do about three of them. I also really love doing banana in this as well. The reason I haven't done it for this is because obviously I have banana in the morning, and let's have a little variety, you know what I mean? But banana is really good, and once it infuses with yogurt, it's kind of like banana pudding. So that's kind of it, guys. I would only have this as my second meal on a work day. On my non-work days, sometimes I'll have this when I'm really trying to save money. Other times I might have something from outside, or I might have eggs, or I will just have 2 meals that day, which is what I'm doing today because I ate later in the day and I'm not really hungry. And I know if I have this now at 7 something, I'm not going to be hungry till like 10, and then I'll be eating at 10, and there's no need for that. I need sleep more than I need food, so I'm not going to stay up just to eat my dinner, and it's defrosting, and so I have to eat it today. You know, there's a whole thing. So I'm just going to have this tomorrow. No one's going to die if I don't eat a yogurt today. My future self, or tomorrow self, has lunch prepped, and that's that. That is what I would typically have for lunch, and then I would go about my work, maybe have a little snack. So earlier you saw I had the strip of dark chocolate. I probably like spread that out. I'm usually just busy at work, which is good and healthy. It's good and healthy. It's not normal to come into the kitchen. What can I eat? All right, kids, last meal of the day. This is defrosted from yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can see my chicken video on my channel. Hi, Mama.
I'm not coming into your video.
That's fine. I'm gonna heat this 1.5 minutes, stir, 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes approximately, and bang some cheese and cottage cheese on top. That's the winning combo, guys. Games. I also drink a lot of tea during the day, especially during the winter times. It's good to keep your belly full, keep it warm, and hydration is so important because sometimes you can overeat because you're just thirsty. Especially after a shift, I find just drinking a bottle of water on my way back from work helps me from midnight snacking because I finish quite late. So if you struggle with that, I would highly recommend just like down a bottle of water. Maybe you can have some fruit. It really helps. Yeah. So I have some mint tea, and I tend to sip on that during the day. And then after dinner, I might switch to chamomile, but just stay hydrated, and you can just kind of top it up throughout the day. You don't have to. I use like maybe 1 or 2 tea bags a day tops. And you can get them super cheap at Sainsbury's. Second of all, I made some pudding because I think cost-wise it works better, and also I like fresh bakes. Desserts from stores don't always do it for me. This is, again, doing what's sustainable. So like, I know I'm always gonna enjoy baking, so cutting it all out in the long term is not good for me. So I like to play around, experiment, try and incorporate it where I can, share it, make it into an experience. And here we have a giant chocolate melt in the middle that I made yesterday. It's obviously not melty so much anymore, It's my sister's favorite dessert. So we made that, and I'm gonna be having that after dinner. I'm so excited. If I seem awkward, it's just because my mom's in the background doing her bits, and sometimes I get a bit self-conscious. She's just gone. So if I seem more myself, that's why. It's one thing being yourself, practicing being yourself online. It's another doing it in front of people that would judge you the most. They won't say anything either. And I don't know what's worse. Anyway, I'll be having this for dessert with some vanilla ice cream, and I'm really excited. And I try to keep my desserts to something I look forward to at the end of the day, more towards the latter part of the day. I think if I start the day like that, I feel like I rewarded myself a little too early. And again, when I do all of this and I share all this, I want to say this is what I do, what I eat in a day. I'm sharing it because some people might be curious. I think it'd be fun. I think you can learn a thing or two, but also take it with a grain of salt. If you're educated, if you're more educated about this, then great. If you want to teach me a thing or two, then great. You have to do what works for you, because that is what is sustainable. Balance also isn't necessarily 50-50. It's about overall what you do in your lifestyle, and you are the product of what you do the majority of the time. So just for the most part, make choices that are good for you, healthy for your body and healthy for your mind. Do your best to treat your body with respect, but also understand that you're a human being and we're here to live life, enjoy, taste what there is to be offered. I just dropped her in here, but we'll just give her a quick stir after 1.5 minutes, just so that everything gets evenly heated, like so. Honestly, chicken thigh, it's made my life easier 10 times. I'll bang her in there for another 2 minutes. So my mom has been telling me to try one of these. I wouldn't normally do it after a long period of not eating because it's carbs and just like my blood sugar, but I'll be eating anyway. So she's been telling me to try it. So we'll give it a go. If I was not having a main meal, I probably wouldn't do this randomly, because just having a random carby snack will have me wanting to eat more random carby snacks. It's just a thing. I think there's a whole biology thing behind it. But not bad. It's from Riga, Latvia. As it's Christmas, I've got an advent calendar. You know, I'll do snack a little bit, and I definitely snack more than when I worked with my trainer. Absolutely, I was very disciplined. And I think if there's anything, I mean, there's so much I can say about nutrition, and despite not being qualified, please keep that in mind. But I can speak from my experience, which is that what you do to get short-term results is very different to what you do to sustain well-being over the course of a lifetime. Remember that. That's it, guys. That's it. I wanted to share this because this is kind of what I consistently eat, and I would like to learn more. I will, and then I'll probably do like an updated thing at some point, but it works for me. It works for me for now, and it truly is what's gotten me to where I am today. And I hope to just continue to get better, educate myself more, and then I think next year I'll be switching things up a little, perhaps getting back into being coached again, and things might change. And so I want to take the opportunity to share this. When we're having dessert, I'll be back with you. We could do a little taste test together. I know it tastes good. My mom said she tried it cold and it was really winning. Like it's really good. I'm gonna let her cool for a little bit. Other consistent things actually, whilst we're here, that I tend to have. I went through a real cake pop phase recently. I was making birthday cake pops. Sublime. I think that's the word. They were really good. Gorgeous. Oh, also, quick note. So this thing was nice, right? But I try to, like, this, it's got like flavor and stuff, but like things that are flavor packed, I try to just put that in the meal. Have meals that aren't bland. Have meals that have flavor. Have meals that have flavors that you enjoy. I don't measure this. Now, if I was on a cut, if I was even on a bulk, like if I was tracking, if I was trying to achieve a goal short term, then I would weigh this. I would be monitoring what and all that, and you know. But I don't know, just do a little bit of this. It's probably about what, 40 grams, something like that. Give her a stir. But yeah, like I was saying, I try to get the flavor in the meal itself. So I've been going through a bit of a cake pop thing, and then shout out to Spooners. So if any of you guys, obviously not sponsored, if any of you guys are familiar with goo desserts, you know, goo, like those little pot things, always thought they were so fine. The same creator came out with this brand called Spooners. Now, you all know that I'm a bit of a hoe, especially if you follow my... Okay, my sister was like, you shouldn't speak so badly of yourself. I know I shouldn't, but I'm a bit little slutty, but Spooners. Spooners is the way to my heart. Not many things lead down that path, but Spooners, oh my giddy aunt. If anyone knows me, they know how much I love chocolate chip cookies or cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie dough, okay? This is edible cookie dough in a pot. I love it. I will probably have at least like one of those once a week. So good. So if you like cookie dough and you want a dessert that gets to the point, Spooners is for you. Again, not sponsored, though I should be. So this is us. We've got a little cheese on there. And take some cottage cheese. Obviously, if you're lactose intolerant, feel free to not do this. Or, you know, if you like to risk it all, then by all means. Yeah, so I just take a little bit of that on the side. I like my cottage cheese savory as a savory experience. So that's that. I'm gonna go enjoy. I'll be back with you for dessert, baby. See ya. Okay, welcome back. It is dessert time. I want to try it without microwaving it and see what it's like. Let me see. I think it is probably more of a vibe to have it microwaved. Let's see. That's good. That's really good even without it. That is, wow. When it's chilled, it's better than a brownie. And that's saying something. I highly encourage you to go and make yourself a giant chocolate melt in the middle. Are you kidding? Slay. Slay, baby girl. Slay all day. Listen, I'm a dessert girl. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's pointless. What I eat in a day proceeds to lie. For what? I'm gonna be perfectly honest. When I say my eating habits have brought me to where I am, obviously not just my eating habits, but like, I mean the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, I am fairly toned, but I obviously have fat on me. And it's for a reason. We don't need to be in denial about that. 20 seconds. And then I've got, like, you need like a vanilla ice cream. But obviously I don't have all the money in the world, so a little bit of carte d'oie. This is the best part of the day. I love a little Netflix and like just, that being said, I can't get into shows, like new shows or like stressful shows or like tense stuff. I have to be like relaxed when I'm eating. That is such a non-negotiable for me. Like, don't stress me out. Ice creamella, ice creamella. And again, we don't skimp out. Like, we're going, skimp out the right phrase, I don't know. We go to town, bitch. If we're gonna do dessert, we're gonna do dessert. That's good. I feel like it kind of calls for sprinkles. Unicorn sprinkles. This is fun. This is good. Release the touch. This is good. I may have totally demolished that off camera, but that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, I can't talk.
after dinner, I typically tend not to eat. Like I'll have dinner at work and then I might have my dessert like straight after. I would have had my dessert earlier because I just crave it then and I don't need anything after dinner. And like I said, I just have water after dinner, and then come home, maybe have like a couple of biscuits and call it a day with my tea or like some fruit or some nuts. But I'm trying to get into the habit of not eating when I'm back from work and just going straight up to my room, showering, brushing my teeth, and resetting like that, changing gear like that to wind down and prioritizing sleep, because often at that time I need sleep more than I do food. Typically after dinner though, I don't eat because I'm quite full and I'm very satiated, and yeah, it's just a habit from childhood to not eat after dinner. But yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you would try. Let me know if there's anything on your mind. Like, yeah, I just thought that'd be fun. And actually, you know what, out of all my videos, I think I've enjoyed filming that one the most because it's about food and it's about what I eat every day pretty much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe and all those things. I have a video coming for you actually on the 1st of January, which I filmed in June, so the timing of all my uploads is very back to front and all weird. But after that, I'll be taking a little break from this channel, so I have no idea where I'm gonna be. If you're discovering me later, like 2026 and beyond, thank you like for being here, for watching. I hope that at this point I'm providing more value in whatever it is I'm doing, whether I'm back on YouTube or I'm elsewhere on another platform or whatever I'm doing in life. Maybe I've just come off of social media, I don't know. But I'm taking a break because my life needs it, and I want to bring more refined information to you and get better at what I do, not just in terms of the quality of videos. I will be honest, editing is just not something I enjoy, but also in terms of education and information. And I hope that you found value in today's video, even if it was just feeling less alone or just having a little distraction. And I hope that you find value in my other videos too. So if you're interested in topics to do with fitness, mental health, well-being, change, stuff like that, subscribe, because on the 1st of January I've got a juicy video coming for you, all to do with change and mindset. And if that's your cup of tea, then get ready. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.